Okay. So Steam library, common, Blender, models, and add bookmark. There we go. Cars, Acceleron, Metalizer. Most recent one is this one. Okay. Nobody knows what I'm doing until I stream. Let's get this thing out and into the real world. So first thing I gotta do is set up textures. Let's do... And then so we got the tread. Gonna need to bake that to an image. And then, hello, how's it going? Auto smooth. Just tuned to 50. That works. Solid, solid. Okay. Textures, right? So I'm going to head over to, nope, not that, the body. I'm just going to unwrap it, Smart UV project, and scale it to bounds. There we go. So I'm going to, I'll open another window here, UV editor. And there we go. And we want to use a, for surface, the base color is going to have to be an image. Let's make this 2K. Good. And now let's use the reference image that we've got here, which aren't loaded in. That's okay. Delete those and re-add them. So let's do okay, so decals wrap around, and there's some paint over here, and also some lines. Okay. Interesting. So these are of the same material. I'm gonna have to make a different material here. Or will I? Let's actually export this. And then texture it. So let's Smart UV project, scale to bounds, and now everything has its own space here. Okay, that's good. Bevel when? Bevel never. So I'm going to go ahead and add a reference pick. They're going to be these decal vectors. Alright, and I'm going to get rid of that and then head into paint here. I'm going to select this one, hit that, come back here, and then you're going to line things up right here. There we go. There we go. I just need this to be lined up. Sure. Tell me a joke. I'll hear a joke. Oh, that's horrible. Alright, so I'm going to need to new texture. Decal vectors. So some texture to stencil. There we go. Wireframe. And then texture to image aspect. Reset the transform. Image aspect. There we go. And if I want these to be recolorable, then I have to set them up like this. So I'm just going to make them white. Ooh, I see. So object mode, body, select. It's very small. Very small. I can either up the resolution or I can just change what I select. But it's all one mesh, so... Maybe it has something to do with the scale, because these have no right to take up as much room as they do. Because that leaves practically no room for anything else. Unwrap, Smart UV Project. There we go, I feel like that's more fair. Let's take a look at that. Oh, there's some overlap. I don't like that. I'll just assign these to their separate, to like a separate material. So let's grab these and assign them there. And now we're gonna unwrap that as well. Oop, hold on. Smart UV Project, scale that to bounds. Great. Let's do compositor, texture node editor, image editor. There we go. Image. UV editing. So what is this in texture paint? This is image editor? What? Ah, there we go. So far I like all the changes. So far I don't really have a problem with any of them. I'll move this down a bit. Because I'm kind of hunching while I work. Oops. There we go. The real world is leaking in. see here. I'll just use the texture paint thing here for a second and then change the texture. Clear that. Alright, great. So now I'm just going to select this, texture paints. Oops. Select the stencil here. Oops. Yeah, let's get it started. Texture paint. Interesting. I know what it is. I'm doing something wrong here, but I don't know what. Oh. Ah, that's probably it. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Commissar, do you want to start up a voice chat again? Materials, solid. I'm gonna go material preview, and then let's line this up first. There we go. Good. Yeah. Start it up. Okay, let me make sure that the voice levels for this are set up properly. Yeah,
Alrighty.
yep, good. All right, good. And say something.
Howdy, howdy.
Cool. You seem to be coming in.
All right, that's good.
Right.
I'm glad I have not destroyed my microphone settings in between the last week and this week.
No, not yet.
I'm sure I will. I've been fiddling with this thing pretty much every time I use it. So.
That's only a matter of time. You'll get there. You'll get there, old chap.
The inevitability of this thing going kaput grows with each coming day.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, that's how it is.
How you doing today?
Not awful. not awful. Really caffeinated right now, so that's an interesting experience.
What, did you chug like a monster or something?
No, I had an unsweetened coffee. You know, just like a regular coffee. I'm just
gotcha.
one of those people that doesn't drink caffeine. So like once I have coffee in my system, I'm just like, it's kind of like all over the place.
Oh, I feel ya. I hardly drink caffeine ever. And when I do, I always get the jitters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, helps me focus though.
Hey, that's good. Gotta stay focused, otherwise, well, you'll lose focus. You don't want that.
Exactly. You get it. Speaking of getting it, I just remembered that I actually can't have any of this right here, so I have to delete this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I have to delete that, hit new, and then do this. Yep. And then I have to
at least-
redo. Yeah.
At least you caught it before it was, like halfway done, you know?
Well, it was already halfway done. But
I guess.
but that's not a big thing. Because a lot of it was just me remembering like how to do it and like setting up the system so that it would work right.
Is it hard to get set up, or is it just more of like a long, arduous process?
No, it's just me remembering like, like, oh wait, hold on, do I have to press these buttons in this order, or is it these buttons in another order?
I got you. No, I know what you mean with that. Gotta remember all the little key bindings and shortcuts.
Yeah, not only that, and just like every time I do this, since I don't do it like super frequently, I have to revisit, like, do I have to, like, import, what are all the settings I have to toggle in order to set this thing up so it'll work? Because the first couple of times I was just like, I have no idea how to do the thing that I want to do. And then once I finally figured it out, it was just like, oh, okay. But then, of course, every time I'd have to do it again, I'd have to retrace my steps because I don't have like this one environment set up that I can just use over and over again.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who won the art submission tourney for February? It wasn't the Among Us car, it was the other one.
Ooh, hold on. What was that one's name? I really like that one. I'm gonna go look.
But it wasn't Sus Among Us.
Sus Among Us? Among Us.
Among Us. Okay, so I'm gonna grab...
Foresight. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Probably. That sounds about right. It was that one.
Yeah, I love this design. It looks so cool.
Yeah, no, some of the angles are a little bit less clean than I would like, but, more artistic freedom. I feel like the majority of that is communicated all, like, well-ish.
Yeah, I mean, it's portrayed well enough that you can get a pretty good idea for the shape, especially with that perspective shot. That really lends credence to the shapes that we're going for here.
Definitely, yeah.
So no, I'm my brain just completely died. I'm sorry, I'm running off of like 3 hours of sleep again.
Oh, sheesh. My heart goes out to you.
Well, I will be resuming a normal sleep schedule once classes end on the 24th. So hopefully I won't be as tired by then. And maybe I'll have time to draw more cars.
Fingers crossed.
I do fully plan on going back to get the ones I missed, because but before I even start designing any of these cars, I write a giant like notepad full of information and the ideas and what I want it to do. So I've got those laying around. I just never drew the cars for those previous months. So someday I'll get around to those.
Interesting. All right.
I don't know how long that will be, but it will be sometime in the future when I'm, not dying from time. Or something along that. My brain can't think.
No, yes, totally. I zoned out for a second because I was just like, oh shit, am I on the right one?
Yes, I shouldn't be distracting you from your work. I apologize, my good sir.
The distractions will come regardless. Oh, damn
Well,
it. What is it?
I'm noticing on the map there's a lot of black speckles.
There
What
are.
is that?
That's me being an idiot and switching from using the I'll have to start over again.
Oh no.
Because I am a fool.
Don't be a fool. It's not healthy. I
can't
not
help
witty
it.
today.
It's who I
What
am.
do you mean you can't help it?
It's who I am.
Fair point, fair point. I too have bouts of, I hesitate to say, I have bouts of lacking judgment, if you will, where I don't think things through before I click the button.
It's sad to say, I am the same way. Alright, revert. Okay, and then that should be... No, I need that to be gone. Why is it not gone?
Because it wishes to persist in this realm. It dare not want to leave. It will only leave if it is murdered.
UV editing. Texture paint. Don't save. Go to this one. Don't save. Go to this one. UV editing. No. Ah, there we go. Excellent.
Everything is not ruined, I suppose.
Correct.
Good, 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 good.
Texture paint. Alright, and now all I gotta do, image aspect.
You know, looking at the decal sheet that I sent you in, I'm thinking I probably should have done that a bit differently, as in spaced them out a bit more, so it would have been easier to apply in this manner.
That's fine.
I kind of just drew it like a water slide decal sheet that you would see for like model kits.
That's fine. And that's also handy because the original intent was with this whole project was to like make little custom die casts that you couldn't buy at the store.
You see, I remember you saying that when that first started, which is why I was trying to make every design that I have either be die-cast compatible from the start or be at least die-cast moddable. Like, this one is not die-cast. It cannot support being a die-cast from the start, but if... Sandivore? I think that's what it's called, the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Instead of just having the open suspension underneath the car, you just put a plastic rod down in the middle to link the wheels, and it keeps the overall body of the shape and turns it into a die-cast car.
I could figure it out. It would take forever, but I could get it done.
Well, I have a pretty good idea of how this one would be done, so...
Yeah,
I thought about drawing it in that manner, but I was like, but it would look weird as a model car in game, so I'm going to leave it in its realistic state and not its die-cast state.
Yeah, no. You'd want to have two different models anyway.
Well, yeah, because there's going to be... When you turn a car into a die-cast model and shrink it down, a lot of the detail has to get removed.
Yeah.
So...
No, exactly. That's my thoughts more or less exactly.
That's another reason why I started going away from the more intricate and detailed underworkings of the car from like Validium and Osteovoltaic, and I just started making it flat, starting with Aeroderivative, then Glaciate, which was just almost 100% flat, with very little of the car's inner workings exposed. And then with this car, it's the only... There is no exposed inner workings of the car. It's all concealed, so... I don't know if that's just me getting lazy or me trying to make it easier to die-castify. I'm going to coin that term.
Diecastify?
Diecastify.
Solid term.
I mean, I don't know what else you would call turning a car, transforming a car into a diecast model.
Diecastify works.
Well, that's why I said it, because I believed it would work.
Well, you'd be correct in that assumption.
Ah, I'm glad I was not mistaken.
Well, I'm glad that you're glad.
I'm glad to be glad that you're glad that I'm glad.
Well, it makes me glad to hear.
Ah, indubitably.
Too true.
I don't know how many more synonyms I can come up with.
You're running out of road, old chap.
I am. The road ended about 4 hours ago when I woke up. Not 4 hours ago. When did I wake? 6 hours ago. I woke up 6 hours ago.
Oh no!
I've lost track of time, completely and utterly.
It appears you've already run out of road, old boy. Old bean.
Bean, yes, that was my nickname in grade school.
Beans!
That's because I was crazy as a bean.
Beans, old chap, beans! Don't you see, beans?
Okay, that reminds me of a story. I don't remember when this was grade 11, I think. We were reading stories about the front when the colony journals from people who settled in the colonies, the American colonies back in the day, and it was one of them was following a bean farmer in his arduous journey to ensure his bean crop was protected from the elements of nature. He had to become one with the soil and one with the beans.
One with the beans.
Yes, legit. It said one with the beans.
Well, you gotta be one with the
his
beans. You must become one with your beans. If you want a proper harvest, you must become one with your beans.
One cannot truly grow proper beans if he does not become one with them, understanding them, growing
You gotta
in the
lick
soil.
the marble. You gotta be the marble.
Oh no, that story was weird though. It was like some. I felt like I was reading the ravings of a man who was obsessed with beans.
You absolutely were. There's no doubt in my mind.
I want to find that story again so I can read it. It was the funniest thing ever.
If you ever do, forward it to me. I need it for research purposes.
Research purposes.
By
Maybe
that
you can
I
have
mean
a crazed wizard in one of your campaigns.
That's exactly what I was planning on doing. I'm not even going to pretend it was anything else.
That's the reason I've wanted to find it, for the short stories that I tend to write every now and then. I wanted to create a bean crazed person that's just an NPC in one of these scenarios.
You think beans are a joke? Say that to my face!
No, not at all, sir. Not at all. Please, go on about your bean quest.
All right. As I was saying, beans. Yes, just ruminate on that word, beans.
Beans.
There's power in that word.
So beans a lot. How would I accentuate the power of this magical beanstalk of which you are trying to get me to find for you?
You fool! You're flying too close to the sun!
I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I'm just thinking about the bean and how it sprouts from the ground, absorbing its nutrients.
You fool! This is the first mistake. First, you assume that these beans will respect your authority, and then it's all you can think about. There's nothing else. Nothing more than beans. Don't make the same mistakes that I've made. Don't go down the path that I've gone.
The sovereignty of the beans. I dare not. I apologize. I'm sorry. Please, tell me what I have done wrong. I fear that you are speaking in such cryptic manners that my brain cannot comprehend, my good sir.
You fool. It's already too late. Too late for us both. Flee! Flee from this place. They're coming.
Who's coming?
Not who. What? It's the beans.
No! Not the beans!
It's too late!
Beans!
Run! Save yourself!
I shall! And if I live, I will warn all of those who have The beans that are coming! I shall warn them all!
Don't waste your breath! They won't believe you!
What do you mean they won't believe me? Of course they will!
No!
Who wouldn't believe the ranting words of a man who is trying to warn them of the Armageddon of beans that...
The beans are well connected! They control the nobility. They control everything!
So you're telling me the beans are the only one that can save us then? Even though they'll doom us to our own existence?
They are doom. They are nothing but doom, boy. Don't you hear anything I've been trying to tell you?
I don't know. I think the beans are taking over me.
No! No!
Maybe I'm sympathizing with their cause.
Get a hold of yourself, man! Don't you see what's happening?
I must! I feel an overwhelming urge to plant the beans everywhere I go!
No!
Allowing them to stalks to creep upon the wilderness and into the settlements and towns and castles, bringing them down, destroying it all!
No! No, the beans have crept into your nervous system! I must have something for this somewhere in my apothecary. Hold on. No, I'm out of my reagents! No. When are we getting the beans Acceleron car? That's next month's prompt.
Yes.
Just wait.
Yes, we need beans. We need beans.
I find your lack of beans disturbing.
I do. Well, how do we get so off topic from modeling streams? We just get lost in the moment.
I don't know.
We find like one phrase or something and just start going, yes, my old friend, you heard about this. Oh, yes, we have. It just goes back and forth. I've watched some of these back and it just sounds like we're madmen raving to each other.
Like what? No, there's no direction to this.
Well, that's why it's called ad-lib.
Just like what? No, I can't follow any of this. None of this makes sense. No, stop it. That's not clever, that's just inane.
Inane. The inane intricacies is what breeds the cleverness in the subtle intricacies of the story that is weaved in front of their eyes.
ADHD be like...
ears.
Too true, drop, too true.
ADHD, yes. ADHD be like our conversation.
This man speaks words of truth.
He is a wise man indeed.
Who are you who are so wise in the ways of science?
Yes, perhaps too wise, maybe dangerous.
That's true. Keep an eye
We
on
need to keep an eye on this one.
My thoughts exactly.
We not know what dangers he may hold inside that brain of his. He may be too smart for his own good.
Wait, you telling me that there are others with brains?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I would hope so.
Oh no. This is bad. This is upsetting.
How so? Please, pray
How so?
tell.
No, I can't tell you. I bet you've got a brain as well. Can't trust anyone.
Now I just imagine it's still the same bean guy. You can't trust anybody with a working brain.
Brains are
But then you have
corruptible.
to try and convince him. As part of the quest, you got to try and convince him that no, you are smooth-brained. You are brainless in the face, just like him. So he may tell you the secrets of the bean, so you may complete the quest and
I'm
receive
sorry.
the reward.
I need to inspect your cranium. No, you don't. No, you don't. Really. I feel attacked. Late, but attacked. You have been attacked. We've been attacking you nonstop by name.
Wait, how have we been
Finally caught
attacking
on.
him by name?
Shh, don't worry about it. Don't tell him. Let him figure it out.
Very well, I shall let him stew under the ambiguous words that we have laid before him.
No, don't mention stew. That's too big of a hint.
I apologize. I can't help it. I have a brain after all.
Oh yes, I forgot. I'll need to give you accommodations.
My brain can't help but link one and two together.
See, that's the risk of having a brain. I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen.
I know, but like I said, it crept into my brain. And I shall say no more on that topic, for it may be spoiling too much of the conversation held in the past.
It is.
In the past tense.
It is absolutely spoiling too much.
Perhaps my brain is akin to a spoiled bean.
Oh, perhaps. Spoiled bean. That's very deep. Very true.
Perhaps I am more philosophical than I once thought of myself. Maybe I am the prophet. I'm not a prophet. Maybe I hold the prophecies to life's many secrets found within the stalk of a bean.
Which Acceleron car? We're going to do this one. Foresight here. So this is the design. These are some perspective shots, colored. This is what we're doing.
I do like that one.
Yes.
It has a very nice striking appearance to it. It actually, if that would be something that I would have come up with if we had like a techno punk theme kind of thing, right? That's what comes to my brain when I see that. I absolutely love that design though.
It's a good design.
It's solid, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, some of the line work could be improved, but the design, like the concept itself, comes across pretty well. I'd say.
The point of these is, as far of this competition, is to. Oh, we just lost power.
Oh, what?
So I'm plugged into a backup battery.
Wow, it looks like your internet is still on though. That's weird.
Okay, we're back on. No, we have all of our stuff plugged into batteries, so we don't lose connection on stuff.
Right.
Well, I might just randomly fall off here in a minute. So if I disappear,
no.
it's probably because something else went off.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I apologize.
No, you're fine. But where are you living that you need a backup battery?
We live out on. Okay, so I live out in the middle of the boonies in Potato Land nowhere, as I've said many a time, and we live on the edge of a power grid that is central to a city about an hour away from us.
What?
So they fix us last if we have any power outages out here. So we have a bunch of backup batteries that last about an hour or two. Plugged into all of our electronics, which will hopefully prevent any long-term damage.
That's cool.
So far, it has.
Well, I don't think many appliances could be damaged just by being powered off. Electrical ones, at least. I mean, the closest you'd get is like software damage.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. We mostly have it for our computers because abruptly shutting it off in the middle of something may corrupt a file or two.
Yeah.
And,
you're right. That is the main risk.
You know. It's a bit of an issue when most of your work revolves around your computer.
Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine working from home is quite the boon for a house like that, like a position like that.
It is.
All right, so I'm gonna go to shading. I'm actually going to enter, put a mix shader in here. I don't want a noise texture. I want another principled BSDF.
I don't know half the words that you just said.
I don't know what this stands for, but it is principled
Oh, but
BSDF.
you will continue to use it.
Correct.
You and I are very alike, using knowledge beyond our comprehension.
Wish I could join this nonsense in VC, but meh, just hearing this stuff is enough for the most part.
As long as it's entertaining.
Yeah, I would definitely be, fine opening it up to more people if it didn't get super off topic. That's the only thing, is that it just gets really. It just gets a little bit too hectic.
It does. It
does.
does.
2 people is about the limit for me.
Yes, I imagine if we added 3 or even 4 people, it would completely fall to the walls or fall to the beams.
Yeah, you see that, that's the main reason I stopped doing that for tournaments and stuff, is just because it kept getting really off topic.
Yeah, it's surprisingly hard to commentate on events as they're going on live, especially if you're doing a co-commentary as well.
It's definitely an acquired skill.
It is.
Oh, man, I wish I had some more burritos. I had a bunch of frozen burritos in my refrigerator, in my freezer a while back. I didn't buy them. Somebody else in the house bought them. And they were good, man. Just a frozen burrito. Just
do you know what
a bunch of hot sauce? Yeah, they're vegetarian burritos. They're just egg and green chili. They were good though.
Oh, I've seen those before. Yeah, they're good.
You got to microwave them a specific way, though. So you got to put 1 minute on one side, flip it over 1 minute on the other, but watch them, because depending on how frozen they are and where they're frozen, they might just like pop and spill open.
No, I got you. I've warmed up a couple of microwave burritos in my day.
Well, there's an art to it, because like that's the main thing I used to really hate about microwave burritos, because I read the instructions and it was just like like put this in the microwave for 2 minutes, and I'd do that, and then there'd still be cold spots and frozen spots. I'd be like, oh, this sucks. And then I was just wait a minute, what if I turned it? And then I tried that, and then it like was heated evenly, and it like tasted good, and I felt like the Half-Blood Prince from Harry Potter. I was just like, I cracked the system. I figured it out. This microwave food tastes good. What if I've stumbled upon some ancient secret wisdom? I need to capitalize on this.
No, I actually know exactly what you mean, though from a different sense. Usually it's warming up full dishes. I usually put the dish on the side of the microwave tray, because the center of the microwave is always the coldest when it's heating stuff up.
You know what I do? I put stuff on the center, but what I do is I take it out, mix it up, put it back in. So I do half and half. So if you do that, like it actually works pretty well.
Yeah, if let's say I'm warming up a couple of frozen pizza slices, right? I'll put them on the plate, and then I'll put them in for, say, 30, 45 seconds, whatever, and then I'll swap them. So that way the cold's on the outside now.
Sports models. Cars. Not car packs. Acceleron, XM. I think it's here. Do I have it? No, I don't. I think I got it from you. There we go. Here it is. Open original. And then copy. I gotta clean that up just a little bit.
Yeah, when I made that, I just threw it together in like 20 minutes. I was just like, oh yeah, sure, I'll upscale it, do this, there we go. And I was like, crap, I didn't make that a vector image.
That's fine. With the scale that I'm using, it doesn't matter. Cool.
That's what I was hoping for, so...
So I'm just going to set this... Oh, these are pictures for NPCs and the homebrew stuff I'm going to be DMing.
Ooh,
so if you ever DM
fun.
and you have to deal with like players that take the stats of certain... Like if you reference that it's a Grick or something, they'll just like look it up and be like, oh, Gricks are like weak to fire or whatever. You can just literally transfer the stats of one monster to another, rename it and reflavor it, but keep the mechanics the same. And they'll just keep them guessing. They'll never know. Like HP, AC, all of those things. If they don't have a name to go with it, they're helpless. They're clueless.
Well, why would they be any the wiser? The label put upon this thing says it's this thing.
Exactly. No, yeah, exactly. And they have no information. Somebody asked me, have I spent any time on any new games? I'm trying to play through Death Stranding, but oh my god, it is so boring.
Walking simulator. Hold on, where's my echo?
I'm not like
walking simulator.
I'm not against walking simulators. I loved Firewatch and the Stanley Parable.
No, those were fun.
Those were good. This though, I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it could have used a tutorial, because I'm just like,
it does. It could. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it, but one thing I find interesting with that game is the longer you spend in it, the more you just kind of get engrossed in it and just kind of like fade into it. It's like, okay, we're just doing it now.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's super weird. At least that's how I was when I was watching it. I couldn't explain how. I was just like, I don't know why I want to watch this.
You know what it is?
I want to go play this now.
I don't know why. It's the setting. It's all of the little things that you don't think about that impress upon you like the wholeness or the realness of the world. That's why Cyberpunk won so many awards, and that's why The Witcher won so many awards. It's not because of the like anything concrete or any one specific thing. It's just because of like the work they put into the world building.
Yeah, it's all the little subtle details that are scattered around. It subconsciously influences your brain.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, no, it convinces your brain of the realness of this world, and then you find yourself like thinking about it and missing it, wanting to go back to it.
Yeah, that's exactly it, actually.
Yeah. Yep. And as a result...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and as a result, you, like, get engrossed.
Yeah, that's how I was with, like, Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's another one of the games that does that very well.
Though, one thing that Red Dead Redemption does better, in my opinion, than Death Stranding is there's a bit more substance for you to do while you're just walking around.
Yeah, no, Death Stranding is very much like a meditative, you just kind of zone out and walk. It's like hiking, but through video games for like people who don't get out. Because I've like hiked 14ers and stuff. I've done these like 8-12 hour hikes where I've had to, climb 2,000-3,000 feet and then return. These really intense hikes. And when you do something like that, at a certain point, your brain just shuts off and you're not even really thinking anymore. You're just like one foot in front of the other.
You know, I've never actually really gone hiking before. That's something I've actually thought about getting into because we have all kinds of mountain trails and stuff out where I live. So
I'd recommend it. Just don't be stupid about it.
Oh no, I definitely won't. My
don't
uncle,
ever go alone.
He does a lot of. I don't want to go alone.
Well,
my uncle he does a lot of hiking, so I might talk.
Strongly recommend it if you ever are considering going alone. Acknowledge that you are an idiot and don't do it.
Yeah, generally, if you're going alone, you're just asking for trouble from what I've heard from stories.
Yes, that's true. This is true. This is correct.
You playing any other games other than Death Stranding, or is that just the main one?
I've been getting back into Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
I gotta get that filter. I haven't played that game, mostly because those kinds of games can be infuriating without anybody to play them with. You're just playing with randos.
It is kind of. I just don't get very invested anymore.
True. That's probably a better way to go about it.
Yeah.
I used to play Trouble in Terrorist Town on Gmod servers all the time, and I got frustrated with that game mode.
Yeah, you just can't.
No.
Yeah, you just can't like care what other people like do.
It's a little hard not to care what people do or don't do when they're just kind of randomly going around doing stuff without any reason. That's my issue, when they're just doing it with seemingly no reason.
I just do it like literally when I want to turn my brain off.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 to 12 mile. No, closer to like, actually, yeah, right around 8 to 12 miles. Because at some parts you're traveling like 5-6 miles an hour on even terrain. Other parts you're like going up a mountain and you're traveling like 0.1 miles per hour. And so that makes up for it, and it averages out to about 1 mile an hour.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I have to think about it for a minute, but yeah, that makes sense. All about terrain and elevation. What's your favorite part of the hike? Is it going up, going down, or reaching the peak? Would you say?
None of it. I usually don't enjoy hikes when I'm on the mountain. No. I wish I was not there. I'm not even exaggerating. So have you heard about like the different types of fun?
Maybe.
There's type 1 fun, which is what most people know of as fun. It's just like this is fun, I'm enjoying this. And then you look back on it and you're like, that's nice. Most things that people consider fun, like playing video games or hanging out or enjoying a bite to eat at a restaurant, those are considered type 1 fun. Now, type 2 fun would be most things that would like make good stories. You know, like you're on a mountain or something, or you after like a night of heavy drinking, you make a lot of bad decisions. In the moment, bad time. But looking back on it, you're like, that was fun, I should do that again. Hiking is very much type 2 fun. And then, of course, there's type 3 fun, which is it's a bit facetious. Type 3 fun is neither fun in the moment nor fun looking back on it.
I see. Well, I certainly have a lot of that.
Yeah, you have a lot of fun. It's just type 3 fun.
Yeah, No, I've never actually heard it described that way before.
I didn't either up until I like I don't know. I do like I'm on Reddit a lot, and so I get a lot like a bunch of like random culture just peppered into my life just because I like click on links and stuff. And there was a link to REI's website, and somebody wrote an article on there, and it was about that exactly. Type 1, 2, and 3 fun.
I see.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yeah, it's it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, it's more philosophical in its approach, right? It doesn't necessarily need to make a lot of sense.
That's true.
But because of its lack of sense, both makes it make sense and not make sense at the same time.
Yeah, no, it forces you to consider it from a different perspective instead of treating fun as like like a closed, simple concept. It's just
kind
like,
of
wait
like
a minute.
finding the implied meaning in poetry, right?
Exactly.
It's not strictly stating that as a fact, but you can come to this conclusion from what it said, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got it.
I do have to say though, Metalizer here's coming along pretty well.
Yeah, I have been really pleased with a lot of the designs we've been pushing out. I mean, obviously some of them after doing this for a while, I'm just like, oh, I would change this, and this, but I mean, for the most part, like, I'm really happy with this. A lot of the work, of course, on these details is done by General Canopy, like these rocket launchers and stuff that I may have done a bit more simply if it had been me, but
well, that's why it's a joint that's why it's a joint effort between everyone.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Everybody pulls together.
Yeah, no, that's the fun of it. That is absolutely the magic, more or less, of a project like this, is that it relies on collaboration, and as a result you get much better end results.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've always wanted to do collabs with my art, for example. I'm always really scared to do so because my schedule is not set in stone, you know. So I don't want to set anything up revolving multiple people because I don't want to let them down by not getting anything done on time.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same position. Like, I'm very cautious about, like, ooh, can I commit to this? Like, am I absolutely 100% certain that I can deliver my commitment? Because I'm really used to that being a problem.
Yeah, I feel you there, honestly.
Yeah.
I have a lot of unfinished projects sitting in my art folder that I've either never started or never finished.
So many unfinished projects.
And I always tell myself, I'm going to go back and do those one day.
Exactly.
I even said that earlier in the stream, too. I plan on going back.
Exactly. Yeah, and then, like, who knows? Like, will I get to this? Maybe I'll get hit by a bus tomorrow, and it will remain forever unfinished. Like,
I'm not going to lie, that's kind of my fear.
Yeah,
there's
for
so
real.
many things I'm waiting on.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want to get this done. I do. I want to get it finished. I just can't do it right now, but I want to.
Whether it be for other obligations elsewhere or just for a lack of, I don't feel like doing it today.
No, yeah, for lack of a better term, just like no effort, no motivation.
Yeah, motivation's important, but the dedication's the hard part.
Exactly.
That's where
Exactly.
you gotta stay on that.
And that's what these streams are for. I'm just like, I've set this time aside, and I'm just like, I'm so used to doing this that it's like I don't have to constantly like remind myself throughout the week. I need to do the thing. I need to do the thing. I need to do the thing. I'm just like, it's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna sit down and work on something.
See, that's me with my schoolwork right now. All right, I'm gonna wake up. An hour after I wake up, we're starting classes, and we're gonna finish the X assignment here, and here, and I have a hard cutoff at 8 p.m.
Exactly.
Get as much done in that time.
No, that's a good way to do it. That is a really good way to do it. Back, right.
Going back to Metalizer here, may I make one suggestion?
Sure.
Do you see how the armor platelets on the legs have the red band going all the way around?
You don't. So they're not supposed to do that, are they?
No, they're just painted stripes on the armor plate itself, not on the band. That holds them on.
Correct that.
If that's possible to
No,
undo.
it's easy.
If it's too
easy.
hard, we could leave it. But.
It's easy to undo. I was just like, nah, not gonna bother. So this is good, yeah? I can end right there.
Yeah, that works just fine.
Sweet.
We can have it on both sides of the plate. It doesn't matter.
Neato burrito.
Neato burrito in a microwave.
Wow, yes. Microwave burritos.
Reaper's Rock is asking if you've played Subnautica or Subnautica Below Zero before.
Well, what I can tell you is that it's been recommended to me before by, like, a lot of people.
Have you watched any gameplay of it?
Yeah, my brother's got it. Occasionally I'll, like, walk into his room and be like, what you playing? He'll be like, Subnautica, it's really good, you should play it. And I'll be like, maybe
It is
someday.
a good game. It's one of those games that you want to play without seeing everything. I watched the entirety of the base game before I played it myself, and I kind of spoiled myself on a lot of the exploration part of that game. But I haven't done it with the second one. But I haven't played the second one yet because I've been too busy.
Isn't it a little bit ironic that you don't want to play a game if you don't know how good it is, and if you don't have a promise that it will be good, but also if you have that promise, then you've spoiled yourself and it's not as enjoyable.
Yeah, I find that so weird. I don't know. It might have something to do with just how perspective is based on the individual, right? How they view or want to experience something, right? Like I prefer going into a lot of my games blind and discovering things as I go, trying to experiment and find out what's going on, discover its mysteries through in-game means. Where my brother, he'll do that to an extent, but he also likes getting to know it right away and understanding the intricacies of every little mechanic so he can be as efficient as possible as soon as possible, right? So he doesn't mind being spoiled on a lot of stuff. I'd imagine it has something to do with. I imagine it has something to do with just the way you want to approach the game.
Yeah, see, I'm used to being, like, when I was a kid, that's what I would never look up, like, walkthroughs, because I'd be like, no, it'll be way more satisfying if I get it myself. And it was. And it is. But now I just straight up don't have the time to do that.
I know what you mean.
So it's such a... what happens is I'm just like, no, I'll pour some time into this later. And I just never play them. I just never play the games that I buy. And then I buy new games and I don't play those either.
I have so many games on my list that I have bought but have not played. Some games even as old as I bought back in 2019 I still haven't played yet.
I've got games much older than that I've never played. I'll just take a quick look here. So
that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to find what games
unplayed. Right here, and then filter by, sort by recent activity. Yeah, I bought. There's a lot of tools here. Last time. Yeah, 2014. Nope, 2013. Woo! I've got games from 2013 that I've never played.
That's pretty old.
Yeah, I've got Medal of Honor and Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 Uprising. Those are both from 2013, and I've never installed or launched them.
I see. Well, Medal of Honor is kind of understandable. They're newer ones. Their newer ones aren't as good.
Well, this is from pre-2013, so it's not one of the newer ones.
Well, one of the last Medal of Honors they released that wasn't their VR game that they came out with recently was Medal of Honor and Medal of Honor Warfighter from like 2010, 2013. So those were kind of meh.
Yeah.
I grew up on Medal of Honor games, the old ones from like 2005. I loved those. I still got them on my PC.
Yeah.
Where I got my love for history and old school firearms and equipment.
Solid. Is this a good size here?
Oh yes, let's get into scaling. So that box is how big the base car is, right?
It's the base car's collision mesh, right?
Okay. It would probably be.
Makes sense to err on the large side, like right here.
Probably. Ooh. Maybe not that big, but maybe a tad smidgen smaller.
Smidgen.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get an idea for scale because the what I used for scale, hold on. Would you like me to send you a picture of my scale that I used to get an idea, or do you think that won't help?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go dig it out.
Scale. Can't hurt.
Because I used a person for scale, so.
Oh my.
Let me go and find it. I suck at drawing people, I should warn you, so it's a little
I'll prepare.
shaky. But...
I'll prepare.
It'll take me a minute to find it. I didn't save it as a separate thing, so I gotta go grab it.
Oh wait. There we go. Oh. Oh, that's right. Ah, normals on that need to be fixed.
So what on the design is recolorable, if I may ask?
Any part that is white.
Any part that is white.
Yep.
So the body, the decals.
Correct.
Interesting. That sounds fun.
I hope it is.
I always love being able to recolor my cars, just at the drop of a dime, hat, whatever.
Oh yes. I always
don't
aim
think
to make everything I make maximally recolorable.
Though I think the only alternate scheme this car will be able to achieve is the Acceleron scheme. It's orange commander scheme, so. Because I don't think we can set it up to have it change its weapon models.
No.
From in-game.
No, I believe you are correct in that.
I actually had another gun to put on the back of this thing that I never actually put on any of these finished models. Large artillery style piece.
Right.
It was originally going to go on one of the alt skins, but I never got around to putting it on.
There we go. That'll fix those normals. And this front part... might just need like a striped skin right there.
Probably. I think that'll do.
So, select this part. Oh, it doesn't have a texture. Let's just get this imported first and then fine tune it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We got to make sure that there's nothing broken in there.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, is just usually just throw a broken thing in and just be like, that needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, because it's hard to keep it all in my head every time I do this. All right, and
You know, looking at this, I don't think it's actually going to really help provide any scale, honestly. It might. I'll still send it anyway.
cool. So I'm gonna go main body and replace this with a skinned mesh renderer. Remove that, and then grab this. Post those in here. Back left wheel. Back right wheel. Front left wheel. Front right wheel. Tire. Let's go ahead and assign some material properties. First thing I'm going to do is change this to engine metal. And then change this to black tire. And then I need element 1 to be car paint. I'm going to copy this, paste it here, here, here. And apply that. Cylinder 004, gun. Legs. I'm gonna put this actually here. See if I can't get it to bump and sway with the suspension.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And then here, black. Oh, it's already on there. Tailpipes. BL. Body glass. This one I'm going to need to assign. That's going to be a little bit off color. Bullet. Metal. I'm going to change that. And I might have to mess with the scale after this. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit
here
that.
is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Huh? Oh, did you send me the thing?
Yeah, I just sent it. Sorry, I had to redo it because I didn't have this version anymore. That's why it took me so long. So I'll just verbally say the height. The person in question here is 172 centimeters, or
what is that in football fields and hamburgers?
Foot. Got it. 5'6".
5'6".
So the car up to the top of the cannon, right, is 229 centimeters or 7'5", approximately, on its rough math.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can translate that by any means. No, I probably didn't even have to send that. I probably could have just said that now I think about it. I
thought you said you weren't good at drawing people.
I no longer have a brain.
Didn't you just say you weren't good at drawing people?
I'm not.
I'm gonna need you to eat those words. That definitely looks like a person.
Okay, I have the silhouette. I can't draw the details any further than that, though. I tried to make a Nomex race suit and helmet, couldn't do it.
Keep trying. That's like a solid foundation right there.
Yeah, it's a good foundation, though. I had a lot of help from one of the it's like a stencil poser thing that my art program can do. So I cannot draw that freehand by any means. So that I guess I should clarify. I can't draw people freehand, though. If I have tons of scales and stencils I can use, I can get a fairly close representation.
Okay, let's see this. Primary color 0.8 false. Can't believe I still remember those.
Remember what?
The syntax for those code tags that I have to put on. The hash
Really?
colors. Yeah.
Hey, you've just done it so many times.
I guess so. I kept having to look at it again every time I put it on there, but I've done it enough times now that I guess it doesn't matter. Power Edge has 8K textures on the side and hood.
Isn't that gonna lag the game?
You'd be surprised, actually. 8K is not as high res as you think. It might if you have.
We talking texture or poly count?
Texture.
8K
8K is actually really tame as far as like poly count goes. 60K is the limit for parts, individual parts in Unity.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I don't know. Whenever I would work on any of these projects, anything over like 10,000 was just like, can't handle it.
Yeah, no. You know, I used to just be able to sit down and then get engrossed in a project, but I'm at a point in my life where like half the time I'm doing something, somebody will like knock on my door and be like, hey, you need to like go do this. And I can't just be like, oh, in a minute. I have to be like, okay. And then I just have to set everything down, and like when I get back, I'm just like, what was I doing? Why was I doing?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly. That's how it is with me, and that's why I want to just, when I start something, I want to sit down and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the whole time.
Yep.
Because if I get up, I'm gonna lose that groove, and I'm not gonna be able to continue where I was.
Half of the time when I do these streams, it's just me being like, what was I doing? Why was I doing this? And just like getting back into the groove of it.
Yeah, you gotta kind of, once you take a break, you kind of gotta settle back in and get reacquainted with everything, which sometimes takes the entire session to do, and then you gotta wait for your next session to show up.
Basically.
To actually do work.
Basically, yeah, that's too right.
That's how it is with me, at least.
59K for the interior, 4K per 40K per wheel. Yeah, that's under Unity's limit, which means it shouldn't separate it out into parts. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Check this out. Oh, the microphone. What the hell?
Yeah. What's going on?
The headset. This headset is like being cut out because it's green.
You got optical camouflage on your headset.
Yeah, I'll have to do one of these sessions where I just like wear a green morph mask. So there's no face, and just like cut little eye holes in it, so it's just like two eyes. Just like cut a little hole just for the mustache, not for anything. So you know, all
only
you see
the
is
mustache.
Mustache and two eyes.
Mustache and nose.
Yeah, mustache. And just some glasses over it. Mustache, nose, and glasses. Just like one of those disguises.
Or you could go with a whole green screen suit and just be full Invisible Man.
Yeah, I like put my camera up and you don't see anything. Like it just looks exactly the same as if I had left it off.
No, I want to see that now.
I'm very tempted.
Do it on like the next tournament or whatever.
Yep. Just like a little mask, glasses. Wear like swimming goggles or something.
Yeah, the swimming goggles would actually do good because it would seal around and hide like it would keep the cloth down and cover up some of the skin areas. So it'd make it look just
exactly.
more floaty.
And then I could just cut holes in it and actually be able to see what I'm doing.
Exactly. To make it even creepier, you could either go with tinted swim goggles so they can't see anything and it's just reflective, which may work weird, or you could go with completely clear ones so they can still see your eyes.
That would be
There
weird.
are many of them. Well, do you want to go with weird? Or do you want to go with super weird?
Assets. What?
Location not available.
What have I done? Oh, I think I deleted it. Unpin. Someone needs to go back into here.
I don't like that face. Something's going wrong.
Yeah. Something did go wrong. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Very well, very well.
Yeah, I'll be right back. we go. Okay, here we go. So it's this, and then it's a good thing I didn't delete this yet.
Always good to keep a backup.
All right, so I'm gonna grab this, and then put this into here. Because I just reformatted my entire hard drive, and so that is why I have this.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm also going to.
You got Colin McRae Rally?
I do. The original.
Nice.
Local disc, and then I'm gonna have to.
Still one of the best rally games out there.
So I think it's 233610 is the. It's not installed currently.
I think the only other game that has a higher opinion when it comes to rally games is Richard Burns Rally.
Interesting.
That one is still lauded by many a sim racer to be the best and most unforgiving rally game. It was released, 2003, 2004? Still holds up today. Especially with the modding community.
Oh, nice. Yeah, modding community is really what adds longevity to a game. If you don't have that, then the game's just gonna. Well, some games.
The game was never intended to be modded, so actually modding the thing's a real pain in the rear.
I imagine. It'd be nice if Distance had like a modding framework. Yeah, I accidentally deleted Distance.
We're going to ignore that.
Oh, new lava realm. Oh, green bodysuit, but then no background.
Yes, that would be pretty funny.
So let's see here.
Who are you shushing off screen there?
Nobody important.
Yes. Not the murderer in your closet, perchance, is it?
Well, no, certainly not, no. Spectrum, plugins, custom car, assets. There we go. So, pin to quick access. It needs to be at the top. Oh, no. My cat is here.
Meow.
Yes. Yes.
Meow.
Yes, I know. I can't give you attention right now, but I see you.
It's only a matter of time before my cat shows up now.
Oh no. Yes. They're pack animals. One shows up, they all show up.
They do, especially when one starts meowing, such as myself.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably scratching up someone else's leg right now. Which is good for me.
You're scratching up the wrong leg, kid, I told you.
And I scram.
Yeah, I actually did delete Distance. Luckily, I had a backup.
That's why it always pays to have a backup, either on your hard drive or on a separate disk.
And luckily, I know how to restore it.
Yes, that's the other half. You can be like me and have all the information, but not know how to restore it properly without screwing up everything else.
It's not actually all that tricky. Since it seems to be like updating, I'll go over it right here. So for Distance, or really any game, the only two things that you need are the game folder itself, which is always in your common, and also the app manifest. And you can find the app manifest by going to the store page and then recording this detail here. So this is 233610. And so you need to find and also, find and also copy the app manifest file of the same name. So this was this one, 233610, right there.
Oh, that is actually pretty simple.
So if you don't have that in your Steam apps folder, then it won't see the game, even if all the data is there.
I gotcha. No, that's actually good to know. That's not how I back up most of my stuff, though. That'd be far simpler.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out, and there's not really like... I mean, I'm sure there's guides, but it's not something that people realize you can do. You can just back up your entire Steam library, put it on a flash drive, and move it to another computer. So if you've got a friend who just bought a game, but you're somewhere with like slow internet.
No,
Okay,
that's actually pretty.
Give me a sec. I just need to reinstall the mod. Plugins, Spectrum. Spectrum mod. There we go.
I remember there was a second mod that was released to more or less to replace Spectrum. How's that one? Do you know anything about that one, or?
Yeah, I know it's called something else now.
Yeah, I don't know. When I had to reinstall Spectrum, I just grabbed my really, really old version of it. Because I didn't trust the new one to be able to run
That's what
mods.
Centrifuge.
Yeah, Centrifuge.
Type application. Let's give that a shot. Still launch? Yeah, we need Centrifuge. Can't stop the dick to the shindig. I keep hearing that song every time this plays.
Really? I've never heard that song before.
Look up Californication.
That one I actually have heard that one before.
Dream
Not often though.
It's got a very similar like.
Yeah, no, I got you now.
Yeah.
I had to spark my brain there for a minute.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. I'm not even gonna try to say it anymore.
Cal euphoric fornication.
No, that's what I said.
Where'd it go?
Californication. There we go. Because it's California and vacation.
Dream of Californication. Boom, 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 boom.
Why do you even need music playing on your streams when you can just do it yourself so well?
True. I've never thought about that. That's very true.
I'd love to have a stream where it's just 2 hours straight of you just humming every single music track that comes to mind for the entire time. Not a single word spoken, just humming the music.
Don't ever need to speak words. Just hum the tune.
Hum the tune and the work goes on.
Just hum the tune and they'll get the gist. They'll get the gist if you just hum the melody.
And that's the stupid like me.
Or like me. Oh no. I start humming some popular tune, and I just get an error message that my stream has been shut down for copyright infringement. They really act fast these days, huh?
They really do. They're just waiting on you. They're waiting to hit that button.
Sheesh.
I just want to imagine there's just some guy prowling Twitch, just having 8 screens open of different people. When he has his ear so well tuned that he knows which screen is playing copyright music, and he immediately swaps over to it and slams the copyright button on it.
Oh yeah.
And then he moves on to the next one.
On to the next one. Oh boy. Part of the stream is going to be me figuring out how I modded distance and doing it again. Because I'm going to have to do that.
Generally, when my Spectrum breaks, I have to take out all the custom cars and then re-add them one by one to make sure. I had to find which one's not working.
So playlists, and that would be, let's see, on my Discord, it would be in the good to know section. I've got distance mod tutorials, and then here it is, custom car.
Canopy does bring up a good point. You're gonna have to rewatch your own video you posted on how to install the mod.
Nope. I'm just gonna look at the links. And no, this is not going to get me to install to switch to upgrade to centrifuge. Nice try.
I never upgraded because I just don't know what it is and I didn't trust it. So.
What? Centrifuge? Doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't sound like Spectrum at all. I need something that sounds similar to my mental state.
Good one. Okay, so... Oops. Alright, shoop. Replace...
Sorry, I just hit my mic there.
Spectrum managed. And then Spectrum install Windows. Raptata, it's that easy. If you're having trouble
Custom
installing
HUDs
the
are a
mods,
thing?
remember, simply get good. It's technically better, but custom cars are meant for Spectrum, so some don't work with Centrifuge. Also, Spectrum is for Chads. Too true.
What, is Centrifuge
Not.
how you modify your in-game death notifications?
It is.
It is?
Online,
Oy.
yes. Yeah, straight up. Okay, so I've got the mod loaded. It's probably just that few of the cars aren't working right.
I've always wanted to figure out how to get those custom death notifications. I always see those pop up on your streams, and I always find them hilarious.
And also that. Yeah. They mess with me sometimes, though.
Well,
Like, I
mine would
just,
be
like,
very
delete.
obvious.
Yeah. How many
Mine would
custom
be-
cars do I have? A lot. Let's find
You have
out.
all of them.
I have 104.
That is quite a few.
That is many. It's very many.
There are many. These are many, but they are mine.
Actually, I'm not sure if that's true, if having too many actually breaks it. Maybe, like, depending on the type of PC you have. But I have 104 custom cars, and they all load.
I had 142 at one point, and the game still loaded, so...
I don't think there really is a limit. It does, however, eat away at the game's reserved memory. Aha!
does.
Here we are. Okay, and then I just need to... There we go. There we go. What? What? That doesn't make any sense. Why
What
is it doing-
sorcery is this?
Why is it doing that?
I think it's because when we applied them in Blender, they still had the border on them.
It could be right. Base material to car paint bump? Alright, I'll give it a shot. Then I can't recolor it though. And then it also doesn't support emission, which means the decals wouldn't be recolorable separately from the everything else.
I will say, though, it is very reflective. Staggeringly so.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is part of the price we pay just to have it. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, that does look pretty good. Ooh, the legs actually move up and down a little bit.
They
They
do.
go through the car, though.
That is true, yeah.
That's the issue, because it doesn't pivot around those circles like it's supposed to. It just goes up and down from that point.
Yeah, and also it needs to have the height fixed.
Yeah, it's going low. It's a low rider all of a sudden.
Yeah, I might want to
Somebody
raise.
put a lowering kit on my metalizer. How could they?
It defeats the purpose.
It's
four-wheel drive.
Off-road.
Yeah, I just need to mess with the height because it's supposed to have some. So let's see. So I just need to move that closer towards the bottom so that it doesn't clip through. And then I need to mess with the textures. And then I also need to add. So okay, so XM1. I'm gonna need to find this in the assets.
Kenobi's saying car paint bump does work with color change, just not with emission.
Yeah, that's the problem, because the only way I can have this like work is by having it like be
Oh, what happened to your face?
what?
What is going on?
Oh, that's because of the screen. So the screen reflects on me. This is just a preview for when
You turned on your active cloaking device.
Oh no, yes.
Magic! Sorcery! Burn the witch! Burn the witch!
This will just very briefly. Very briefly.
I'm not gonna lie, when you smile like that, kind of terrifying.
Nice. Okay.
Now I actually want to see what that mask is gonna look like.
Not. It's
It was a preview.
It's gonna go for.
preview.
It's heading into uncanny valley territory.
It is. My brain went into fight or flight. I was just like, what is this?
So this is how I fix the reflectiveness.
Just turn the glow down.
No.
With sparkle reflection.
Because that's the
My eyes are
reflect
failing
color.
me.
Yeah. So this
Reflect
is
color.
so I'm gonna move the main body up and the gun and the tailpipes and the top things. Leave. Well, these will also need to go up. So just move that up to like right here. Very good. Hit apply. Alright, there we go. So, and then I need to go asset bundles, XM1, take that, copy, replace, overwrite. Okay, this one should be good. If I double click the part of the text I want to change, it will auto select the selection you want it to. Yeah, I know. It's just a bit finicky. And not
He likes doing it his own
fast
way.
enough, yeah. I gotta get some new music.
You mean the old Hot Wheels OSTs ain't doing it for you?
Nah, man. Nah, fam. They ain't doing it as much anymore.
What is going on?
That's not bad, actually. There's always like a little bit of a white outline.
There's a streak going behind it. Not sure what that is.
Oh, that's... Yeah, I'll show you what that is. So here we go. This is... It's basically this thing right here. Because it's non... Let's see, maybe if
Oh,
make
I
this
see.
red. Yeah, see? It's like non... not completely...
I gotcha.
So if I do this, then it'll stop. At least temporarily. So right here, so it goes into this and all the way over. Got it.
Seems like it's poking through that one part. Well, that's gonna be real annoying to try and track down.
It's easy enough. I just have to like set the tolerance to 0 for, oops. B. For this. So if I use the Grim Color Reaper again, which is a plugin I have, and I set the color tolerance to, oops, don't want it to reap white. If I set the color tolerance to 0, or as close to 0 as possible. Let's do like 0.8.
That is a really fancy tool there.
Yeah, Paint.net has a lot of cool stuff.
I'm gonna have to look to see if my program has something like that. 'Cause that would be incredibly useful when I'm coloring.
Paint.net supports pens, so if you just want to like straight use Paint.net, you might be able to find some plugins and make it work.
I might. I use a paid for program that I really like. That allows me to mess with pen size, pen stroke, and save a whole bunch of presets. So
let's do red here, and then why don't we do green? Get some contrast, and then we're gonna turn the sparkle down so it's completely matte.
All right.
Deep Stone Lullaby? Yeah, I might as well get the, yeah, see, it's like pretty much fixed it there. And there we go, no more clipping. And now the, this looks like it's separate. And it's also immune to any of the car damage effects.
What is the top half?
No, the bottom half.
Oh, the yes, I like that, because it would be weird if the leg just gone now.
Oh yeah.
Without the wheel going away. No, I like how that looks. It's a little weird watching it move from the center, but that's the game. That's the game being the game.
Yeah. Then I just need to get some wings for this thing. I'm just gonna go swamp track.
This thing moves almost exactly like I'm hoping it would.
That's good.
There's Command & Conquer 3, the Nod Raider buggy, which was one of the main, which is actually where I got the inspiration for this specific suspension design.
Speaking of games that I've never played.
I can send you a link of the thing so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I just meant because that was the one game that I had from 2013 that I'd never launched or installed.
Oh, that's Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. That takes place in the other timeline.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, see, I've never played any Command & Conquer games, so they all sound the same to me.
They're all kind of the same with different ones. I actually like Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 the least because it tried to mimic like StarCraft and other fast-paced RTSs, and it went away from its base formula that made the game what it was. So I didn't like it as much.
Do we want the base to be reflective, or do we want this to be matte?
The majority of this vehicle is matte.
Okay.
So like the gun is a matte color, the underside's a matte color, the legs are mostly a matte color, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Gun. So
it's military vehicles don't want to be really reflective, because if light reflects off of them, it makes them easier to see. Kind of thing.
No, that totally makes sense.
So having some reflection's not bad, because we don't want it to be as matte as a biscuit, but now
just the
having
black
it be
parts.
Yeah, having it be chromed is a little much.
Yeah. Matte 1. Car paint. So matte 0 car paint here. The tires already have it. I just need the underside of the car, so the main body, so that's going to be element 3. And here we go. Legs the same color change as the body, and have the red in the same color change as the decals. Could do that.
Yeah, because if you had the red the same color as the decals, well,
it is matched up in the concept art. Both the decals and the.
I do on I try to match them up on most of mine. The only red that doesn't change are the wheels, but everything else, yeah, that follows the same.
Okay, let's do that real quick. So it's not here; it's on the gun. There's this.
Oh, I should also say the red on the gun also doesn't change. That seems to be pretty persistent, though. We can change that though, so it all matches.
That's fine. That.
So let's see.
Legs. So that's the paint material. I have to make this emissive white, and then I have to add this right here. Emissive white. And just change this to element 2.
Yeah, the only time I broke that rule on my color scheme was, funnily enough, with the Acceleron color scheme, where the red on the base of the suspension arm stayed red while everything else went purpley pink. I gotta be more consistent.
This ought to work. Okay.
All right, recolorable.
Fully recolorable.
Yes, everybody loves the colors.
Everybody does.
Who doesn't?
I don't know. I haven't heard from anybody that they haven't yet. I think I've accidentally stumbled upon an easier workflow.
Have you now?
Yeah. I have just imported this thing without renaming and squishing all of the different like material channels, which is always the most work.
So you're telling me you didn't have to do that at all? And you
Apparently not.
Oh,
Does that look good?
you have learned.
Ooh, this is good. Black.
Very glowy.
Looks like neon, bro.
Like Tron.
Totally. Yeah, it totally looks like Tron. Let's make this kind of like a...
I never intended for all those decal lines to glow, but that actually does look pretty cool.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, now all we need is like the wings, basically.
Wings? I never drew wings on this thing.
Sorry, not wings, the swamp trail.
Oh, I got you. I was like, should I have put wings on this? I would have probably put like deployable thrusters on it or something like I did for aeroderivative.
Oh, yeah.
Though I don't see this car taking flight easily, considering that this thing is literally heavier than all of my other cars combined, sitting at a whopping 11.2 tons.
This is a good size, too. Look at that.
Yeah, no, that size is almost that's like the size I want, right?
This is good.
That's like perfect.
This is good. Yeah, this is good. Okay, let's slap that in there. Ooh, someone's calling me.
Sorry, go ahead. You have to answer that.
No, I do not.
Do the armor platelets also change color, or those stay white as well?
Those are metal, so yeah, they stay.
They stay white.
Actually, hold on.
Those should probably change with the body of the car.
Leg shields. I'm actually gonna make these. Oh, body, you say?
Yeah, because those panels change colors. Same with the body of the car.
Okay. Let's do XM. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because on like the Acceleron one, that was all turn orange.
Yeah. Now we need to add a recoloration thing here for this one. That's good. And then wings. So Shredster. Shredster has what I am after. SHR. Oh no, actually it's right here. Copy. And then paste that right in. Swamp track and blend. And so I just need to get this here. Create new animation. Things open. Make sure to make that a legacy animation. Add an animator component here. And 2 right here. Base animation. Doesn't matter what that is. And then open. Now this needs to be. And then swamp track here. Yeah, that's good. That's a good location. That's a good location. And then I just need to set this up so that on 30, this is a width of this right here. So width of this. That's right.
Pulling up
correct.
the AstroTurf.
That is correct. That ought to be good. It auto-corrected Acceleron to accelerometer. Okay, here we go.
The moment of truth.
So far, so good. That I don't like. I might need to correct these. Might need to correct the normals on that so that that doesn't show up.
And there still is that white streak behind that.
It is true, it does still have that.
We may have to murder it some more.
Let me just check these wings and then I'll update that texture, fix those normals, and then I'd say we're good.
Yeah, I'd
Which is
say
good,
there's not
'cause
really...
We got like 5 minutes left.
Gotta speedrun this.
It's got to be 2. The width has to be 2. I forgot. So
Is
on
the canopy
animation-
recolorable as well, or is that just a matte color?
You mean like the shell?
Yeah, the little canopy where the driver sits.
I could make it recolorable. I'm going to choose not to.
You choose not to?
Correct.
Huh, that's strange. We've been making everything else recolorable.
Why not? So element 1.
If I'm being fair though, the canopy is the same exact material as the upper body and the armor plates. So unless we want to turn it into the glass canopies that I used on the alternative models.
Good. Alright, so let's go ahead and... What artifacts are here? Hold on. So... Sorry, hold on. Right here. What is this?
Oh, there it is.
F. Past the alpha 4. That is so low. That is so low.
It is lingering around like a phantom light, never, ever escaping your sight, just in the corner of your eye.
Hardness 100. Oh, there it is. Hardness. This is an eraser. Oh, right. How? What? Oh, right. There we go. Interesting. So the eraser actually changes depending on how... Interesting. You can barely see it. It's like ghostly.
It is. That's what I was saying. It was like a phantom in the night you see in the corner of your eye. It's always there, though, lingering.
Oh no. Yes, that's too true. That's why I have to set the hardness to 100 to annihilate everything.
Annihilate it without prejudice.
With extreme prejudice.
With extreme... Yes, thank you for correcting my folly. These These filthy streaks that sit blindly in front of us, they must be destroyed!
All right.
These filthy imperfections pose a threat to the overall design of our vehicle. Eliminate them.
And there we go. The only other thing I need to do, save new settings. Oh, okay. So these, I need to select these, and then body. I need to just shrink this down. Move them over here. Perfect. There we go. There we go. That should do it. And it's a good thing too. We were out of time.
Yes, it's 6 p.m. exactly. Basically here and MST time.
Oh yes. Okay, I think that's actually got it. I don't see that streak anymore. Oh wow, that looks way cleaner actually. Hold on. It's filtered it out completely. I'll take it. I will freaking take it. Check this out.
Nice. Oh, let's see. Yes, very clean. Oh, and that's how you recolor the canopy. Nice, so it's separate.
Yeah.
I like that. You can actually, it allows you to do more of the alternate schemes there too.
Exactly, yep. I think we are good here.
No, I think this is golden.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. Swap out of that, rename it, and then post that in the Acceleron chat. All right, hold on.
Oh, I'm going to have some fun tonight once I'm done with lessons.
All right, are you a part of the 7-zip, send to archive, compress, add to archive? No, I need to send to, yeah, there we go. And then, are you already a part of the Acceleron chat?
Me? Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm in there. I just don't say much. I just lurk around.
Great. We'll pin that. Sweet. All right, well, that is that. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. And I'll see everybody next Saturday. Ta-ta.
Yeah.